Assalamu alaikum. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you for tuning in. It feels good to be back finally, alhamdulillah. Sorry for last week I couldn't upload because I was not feeling well, but I'm getting better, alhamdulillah. Today with my Muse Dida, aka IC Dida, we are creating a Nikkah look for you guys. So sit and enjoy. We pray for a peaceful election and inshallah Mwenyezi Mungu ajalie ipite kwa salama ya Rabbi. And let's begin our look. After cleansing her skin, we started off with number 7 luminious serum. This is a water gel serum that helps to extra hydrate skin and plump where it's necessary needed. You know, like we lose moisture in our skin and skin looks either tired, in a fatigue, dehydrated, not glowy. So first step, I prefer to use for bridal serum, so as it helps to boost the moisture in the skin. And second, I'm using the Go2B glue. This is something that I've recently started using. I saw it from my fellow Mua. And I'm using the disposal mascara ones to comb her hair up, as you can see. Yani, this glue, you have to be very fast. And I'm still getting my way to it, but one thing I've learned, you have to work your way very fast so as ikikauka ushazilekeza vile wataka. So I'm combing the hair going up, as you can see, and making sure they go into one line. So yeah. And to conceal her eyebrows, like to clean her under the eyebrows, yeah. I don't know if mwanaelewa, but to conceal the place ambao nataka kutoa shape, nimetumia L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. I can't remember the shade, but it's 2 shades lighter to her skin tone, so as to brighten her lid na color correct the imperfections, because ana veins na some areas ana dark circles, and not dark circles, sorry, darkness. So it will help to brighten the lid. And I'm distributing it everywhere, making sure kila mahali imeingia. And now I took my Zoeva flat brush na sculpt her eyebrows. And with this, I'm only adding where it's necessary. You'll see at the end what I'm talking about. Usually I don't overdo it because mashallah her eyebrows are so full. I didn't feel I need too much product. So I only went to kwenye edge zake, kwenye wing, sorry. The tail of her eyebrows, if I'm to be specific, so wengine wanielewe. So I'm only adding strokes of lines to the tail of her eyebrows and where I necessarily need, because her eyebrows, mashallah, are full. It's only they're too bushy, so with the glue, imesaidia to keep them into shape. And for my first palette, eyeshadow, I'm using Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette Forever Flawless Allure. Yeah. So I use the warm brown and the nude shade to start off blending her crease line. And I'm using a fluffy round brush to make sure I don't pick a lot of products. You know, when you start blending the eyeshadow, you need to make sure you don't use a dense brush, because itakuwa yabeba eyeshadow nyingi and alafu kuja blend kila mahali itakuwa ngumu. So this is like picking slightly eyeshadow. Na as you saw, I blended her concealer. You need to make sure concealer hakuna crease lines, because sisi kama binadamu we have the wrinkles ama nitasema fine lines kwenye lid. So you make sure mwanzo hakuna lines ndo you uanze ku blend. I didn't know what I was doing, so I decided to do the one eye off camera, so as I get the rough idea what I'm going for. And I've used my Yeba Good Molecule eye cream, and now I'm hydrating her lips. I'll link all the products down at the description box, because zengine sizijui off head. And as you can see, I did the transition on one eye, and I'm continuing what I did from the other eye. And this is another palette from Revolution. It's Gold Crush eyeshadow palette, and I'm using again the nude shades. A secret to blended eyeshadow is picking little as you go along the way. As you can see, I picked the two shades, but I'm packing it slowly, making sure I'm not over picking, kwa sababu kublend eyeshadow ikiwa eyeshadow tayari kwenye brush ni nyingi, ya wahad kuiblend mpaka ukaweza kutransition. So you saw I've started off with the two shades, and now I picked the nude warm shade as my transition. And you can see how easily yani nishazi blend. So make sure if you're a beginner to use as little eyeshadow pick as you can, so asisiwe tabu wewe kuja kublend baadaye. And now I'm picking the darkest brown shades to my outer corner so as to deepen the socket. So mbele itakuwa ni lighter colors, to the edge outer corner iwe na dark shade. And I use the Makeup Revolution Concealer and Define Concealer in the shade C8.5 to cut her crease. I didn't want to use a harsh concealer. I have the cut crease concealer, but this was not intended to have that sharp cut crease, because I wanted it to be bold but as soft as it can be. So you can cut crease with concealer and get amazing results, as you can see. And as you can see, guys, I cut my crease above her crease line because Dida has a kind of hooded eyes. So I wanted to give the effect of bigger lid space, so as I can be able to pack lots of shadows. And inshallah, I'll come and do an in-depth cut crease for hooded eyes, so you get to know what I mean. And I'm setting the concealer with my fingers to make sure I'm picking up the extra product from the skin. Because if you're going to set your eyeshadow ama shimmers on top of concealer ikiwa bado ni nyingi majimaji, itachanganyika and the eyeshadow will be patchy. So I went back with my dark shadows at the outer corner and I zoomed you in, guys, so you can see what I'm doing. I see a lot of Moas set their concealer with translucent powder, but usually I don't. Why? Because I feel when you set the concealer, the intensity of the pigment kwenye eyeshadow ama shimmer yapungua. But when you use a wet concealer, opaque shimmer ama matte eyeshadow, naona pigment yake ya pop more. So intensity yake becomes higher. And this is what I do. I use the Revolution Foil Frenchy Hybrid eyeshadow palette. Nime use the green shades to set the lid. As you can see, I'm packing it with my fingers. This is how you get better payoff when you're using foil eyeshadows than using a brush, because ikiingia kwenye brush, it soaks in the brush. You don't get the pigmentation to pop more. So me usually this kind of eyeshadows napendelea kutumia my finger to tap it in. And in the corner, inner corner, nimeonyesha I use the gold and champagne shades. I mix them together for the inner corner. Alafu again, I'm going to set it with the green shades because I want them to blend together. Sitaki kuwe na sharp line in between them. And I'm going back to my matte shades, the brown ones from the Gold Crush palette. I believe today natumia eyeshadow palettes za Revolution only. Wow, I didn't even notice that when I'm doing this look. And to add more pigments, could bring out the effect of the cut crease, I use the Inglot Pure Pigments in the shade 122. This was gifted to me by Ilti. Thank you so much, Habibti. I truly appreciate, because this has been my game changer for so long, and finally I got them back. And to even bring the look alive, I took SF Beauty Line pigments. These are very fine pigments, like I can say soft glitters. Ni mixed of gold and green. I think it's in the shade Tokyo. You can see how it took the look to another level. Because girl, we were going for Arabic bridal. And now I'm using an eyeliner to draw a big wing liner. I hope you guys are enjoying, and my tips are helpful to you. Be sure to comment, like, share my work. It will mean a lot to me, guys. And inshallah, I'll come and do a wing liner for hooded eyes. How to achieve the best wing liner for hooded eyes is asking the client to to open the eyes when you're doing the wing liner. Inshallah, I'll find somebody with hooded eyes and come and show you how to do the wing liner. And guys, I have a dupe for the Milk Hydra Grip Primer. If you love that primer and let's say you are a beginner and can't afford it, I have a dupe for you. This is ELF primer, ELF Power Grip Primer. I tell you, it works the same as the Milk Hydra Grip Primer. Yani, mi mwenye nimekuwa shocked. You know, I'll bring you good deals for beginners who can't afford high-end makeups. So this is number 1. ELF Power Grip Primer is the dupe of Milk Hydra Grip Primer. See how tacky it is? Just the same way as the Milk Hydra inavonipa results. So guys, get this and enjoy the grip on the skin ya foundation. What it does is hold the foundation. You know when the skin is tacky, yani ukigusa yanatanata, obviously when you apply the foundation itaganda. Ikiganda, it gives the longevity of makeup, but hini muhimu ni mtu mwenye dry skin. Don't use it on too oily skin because it will move. And for my foundation today, I used the Toofaced Born This Way foundation in the shade Honey. We started off with that shade. I used a foundation brush, but ended up feeling it was too white for her. I didn't feel the connection. I felt like it was too ashy for her. You'll see, I added another pump of foundation and topped it off. Dida has a golden undertone, and this foundation was giving me a neutral undertone. So it was so off, though it is half foundation shade. But you know, when you're going to pack concealer, contour, highlighter, she was to become more lighter. So I didn't feel the vibe for the what was coming together. And I took KVD Beauty foundation. It's the Lock-It foundation in the shade Rich, I think 77. Sorry, it was KVD Lock-It foundation in the shade Deep Warm number 77. Give it a minute to see how it took the skin to another level. See how it blended to her skin tone. You know, you can use 2 different foundations and get amazing results, because if one is dewy and another one is matte, ama it's too coverage, yani nzito, they can blend together and give you a flawless finish. And to contour, I'm using Morphe contour stick in the style Hash Effect number 18. And by the way, today I was only going to contour with cream, and I didn't use any bronzer on top because I got amazing results. And to blend it, ama nipunguze the deepness because I was feeling it was too dark for her. Na mara nyingi alafu yatokea ashi ama too muddy. So I ended up using the Touch Shape concealer in the shade Rich N57. And again, you know my drill. My concealer, Toofaced Sculpting Concealer in the shade Sand to highlight the center of her face. With contouring, I go either 1 shade dark or 2 shades darker for that snatched effect. And for concealer, it's the same. I go either 1 shade lighter or 2 shades lighter. And in case somebody wants that bright under eye, I can even go with 3 shades lighter. But I prefer 2 shades lighter because it will balance with the skin tone. And now I'm blending my contour areas. See how it took down the Morphe stick because it was too red for her. Nilivochanganya na ile Touch Shape, they balanced, and I'm getting amazing results. And to blend it, I'm using a Morphe flat foundation brush. You know, there's no rules to how you blend your work. You can use a foundation brush. You can use a concealer brush. Maybe I'm all round up. I don't have discipline, or I can say I don't have rules to this specific brush on this specific area. It's how I feel what's working best for me. So this is more of a foundation brush, but I'm using it to contour because I love how it's hard and flat. And as you can see, I left my concealer sitting because this concealer doesn't dry down too quick. And when you leave it like a few minutes, I can say 1 minute, the pigment, yani the coverage becomes more. Yani yakupa more coverage when you leave it a few minutes, 1 minute on the skin. That's how much I appreciate this concealer. But kuna concealer, ukisema mwacha hivyo nilivomwacha, by the time you come to blend, everything is dried down. And now that's a mess to blend it. And to blush, to cream blush, I use the Glitzy makeup stick on Hush 2, I think. This is a Kenyan brand, mashallah, and I truly, truly, truly admire her hard work. And this blusher, natumia high ends mimi, and I tell you, this blusher gives me amazing results kwa sababu ndani ina somehow dewy finish, ama nitasema ina reflex of gold. So when you balance, it has that sheer finish, ama nitasema radiant finish. If you're looking for affordable cream blushes, check her page out. I'll link down her page. For this look, I wanted a coral peachy blush, and that's what I got. Yani amazing, amazing shade for such skin tones. If you're looking for affordable, I tell you, get them from her. They are so easy to blend, and hata kwa beginners hazisumbui. And now, as you saw, I started off with my contour area. Then I blended my blusher. Now I'm blending my concealer. Why? Because when I blend my contour, there'll be a harsh line after my contour on the cheek. When you blend the blusher, they blend together. And by the time when you blend the under eye, that's what my way of saying it is, they're supposed to marry each other. So this, I get the results of marry each other. Kila kitu ya blendika together, and it looks so flawless without any harsh lines. And to finish it off, I blend the whole face with the beauty blender that I used for foundation. This way, I'll remove all harsh lines on her skin. Tuseme kama kwenye contour kulibakia harsh lines, kwenye concealer kulibakia harsh lines. This brings everything together. And to set her face, I'm using One Size Ultimate Translucent Powder. This powder gives you a filter effect. Yani the under eye, you'll see. I was even trying to show you with my hands how flawless the under eye looks. Like umetumia filter. Do you know that the meaning of filter? It gives you that filter effect. Blurry, even if kuna some deepness kwenye under eye, subhanallah, it disappears. Like corrected. You can see me showing you with my fingers there. I enjoy using this powder so much. And I got it from an old account of Premium Orders KE, but unfortunately it was disabled on Instagram, or it was hacked. I'll add her Snapchat or her number, so as you can WhatsApp her ama utamsnap. Hizi powder puffs, they are so good to set under eye ama side of the nose because it only picks the right amount of powder you are going to need. And I don't know how it helps, but it blurs. Yasaidia sana to push in the powder. You know, like a beauty blender yawa damp with water. Despite ushaitumia kwa foundation, still kuna dampness in it. This is something dry. It only picks what it needs. So uta pick, remove extra, alafu push it in. So yaingia ndani. And I use the same powder to set the rest of the face because with my Yani with my brides, especially dry skin clients, I'm a brides, I don't use a lot of powders because powder tends to make the makeup cakey and heavy on the skin. So less powder is better. I'm using the peach shade from Juviasplace Queen palette to set her blush, and that's exact shade kama nimetumia ya cream blush. Do you see how they blend together? And I'm only picking little because we already have our base. So when you use cream blush, it helps to give your blusher longevity. You know, blush is the first thing that wears out on the face. But when you use a cream base, exactly like you're using contour cream, highlight, concealer cream, it's the same thing. And look at my princess, Jamani. Yani she gave us a hard time. Like she did I don't know how many looks. Afuta kipaka. Don't mind her. And to set her face, I'm using Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. This spray holds makeup. Yani I tell you, it dilutes makeup and helps it yani stay in put. I'll come an in-depth inshallah tutorial on my best makeup fixers. But this has to be on among my top list from the drugstore collection. It's so small, but I love the results. See how she's looking flawless, mashallah. And to highlight, I'm using Colourpop Cosmetics, such a rush cheek palette. And see that highlighter. That highlighter is amazing. I got it from Asmini Beauty, and I wish I stock. Yani nilichukua hata kama ni sita. Yani it's the perfect bronzy undertone for our skin colors, somebody that is darker than Icy Dida, but the undertone is so nice that it doesn't come out so flashing. Yani ya melt into the skin and disappears. I've told her to bring them back. She needs to bring them back because definitely I need a new one. And I'm using the highlighter to set the highest points of her face, highest points of her cheekbone, cubic bone, tip of the nose, bridge of the nose, kwenye kidevu, just to bring the center part looking brighter and glowy. I'm planning to come and do a video about how to highlight and contour the proper way. If inshallah God willing I get different face structures on how to contour properly and the difference between bronzer and contour. I'm planning to do a video on bronzer versus contour. And I got this beautiful real gel liner in the shade Storm from M's Beauty. She gifted me this. It's an black gray undertone that is amazing for people who don't like too dark black pencils. And it glides on so beautifully because it's a creamy, yani in a creamy texture. See how our eyes yani are looking so nice. And I'm using the same technique, same shades that I used on her lid. I'm using again the same shades on her tight line. And to blend her under eye, I used a fluffy pencil brush and a tight pencil brush. Why? Because I don't want to distribute the eyeshadow kila mahali paka ikanisumbua alafu to correct it. So make sure for under eye you use a very small brushes. That is the tight one. I'm going for the dark shade there. I'm only going to the waterline, yani kwenye tight line yake ndo nimetumia that dark brown. So that brush is specific for the area that you want to place the eyeshadow. We were going for Arabic eye look to match her dress, and we used this amazing gold yani multi-chrome glitters from Narita's collection on Instagram. They are so affordable, and I tell you the chunks are so nice. I even have them stocked in my salon. You can DM me or call me to get them. There's 4 shades: white, pink, gold, and silver. They are so nice, and the particles zake they show. See how it transformed that look, mashallah. And to make our makeup melt and have the effect of dewy finish, tumetumia the same brand Milani, make it last, but this is dewy setting spray. See how she's glowing and her makeup is looking like her own skin. It's not too cakey, it's not too heavy. You can still feel it's her own skin, yani. That's the beauty of using lots of makeup fixers. And to shape her lips, nimetumia Forever 52 lip liner. This was gifted to me by Nash Home Beauty Parlor on Instagram. She has them, I think, in 4 shades. Do check them out. They are so creamy because the quality is cream. They are not matte, so it glinds very nicely and easily. Now it blends pia so easily. Hata ukitaka kuismudge with a brush, it's very easy to use. And this was the problem that we had. We didn't know which color to go with. So we wanted something pink, but not too pink, not too nude, not too dark. I ended up going for 3 lipsticks. There they are. I used a tiny touch kila moja and I ended up mixing them. I have nimezitaja majina zake hapo kwa screen. I used Toofaced melted matte shades Circuit and Into You. Na Maybelline Superstay shade Servant 155. And just look how it's going to take, mashallah, the lipstick shade to another level. A secret, you don't have to use one lipstick when you want to achieve a certain lipstick shade. You can mix even 4 shades. So long as you take kila mahali kidogo kidogo, you can create your own shade. And that's what I love to do. Usually, that's why when people ask me, what shade did you use lipstick on a bride, I don't know what to reply because I don't remember. Luckily, this, I noted them down before we ended the video because I can't, kuweka majina ikiwa sijui ninatumia nini. But usually when I'm doing a bride ama a model, na mix lipstick mara 4 mpaka 4, then alafu nasahau nilitumia lipstick gani. So this is a tip. If you want to create your own shade, use different undertones of lipsticks and achieve something nice. I went back to my lip liner and smudged it again with the lipstick since the brush is still wet. And look at that, mashallah. Something so nice and beautiful. And we wanted a glossy finish, though not too glossy. Now I used Morphe lip gloss shade Attention, just a touch of it, and I love the results. I loved the results. I hope you're enjoying watching, guys. My tips are helping. And sorry I did the lashes off camera because I'm planning inshallah to come and do an in-depth tutorial about how to apply lashes. And bingo, here we are ready. Just look at her, mashallah. I did the hair off camera. And this is the dress that we got from Fatma Alamoody. Her number is on the screen. Do check her out for amazing wedding attires, both Nikkah and reception. And she orders your specific needs. You just go, tell her what you want, and she'll bring the vision to life. She orders for you, I think, from Turkey, I don't know, from Saudi, but you can order what you want, show her what you want, and she'll bring it to you. Thank you so much, Fatma, for being so supportive, and I pray nothing but the best for you in your work. And the accessories even are from her. And this is our final bridal transformation results. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed creating this look for you. I loved how everything came together, how the hair lift ime blend with this look. If you have been with me till now, thank you so much. And if you are new here, thank you and welcome to the family. Please do subscribe, like, comment, and share my work. It truly, truly means a lot to me. And thank you so much, guys. Stay tuned for another bridal transformation and for Tisnachu Q&A coming up next. God bless you and stay safe. If you would love to know how I created this hairstyle or how to create hairstyles, kindly do comment down below, and I'll keep an effort to even do hairstyle tutorials for you guys. Thank you, Dida, for ever being so supportive and loving. I truly appreciate you. May Allah reward your goodness.